So I'm going to teach her how to make a very simple cashew cheese, and you could do it too. So,
Okay.
what we're going to do is start with the cashews and put in 2 cups of cashews. That's a half cup. And then what we're going to do is grind these up in the blend tech and then make them into a very creamy substance. And so we're just going to add a little bit of water at a time until it gets to the right.
So right now?
First, actually, let's grind it up.
Just right here?
Yeah. You just push one of these buttons to stop.
Okay.
And then what we're going to do is just open this little lid, and we're going to get it going again, and then you just add water to it until it's desired. Spatula, if you need to fit down. Pretty good. Here, we'll set Good. Now, so you can see, go ahead and scrape down the side. You can see that it's getting creamy. It's probably about as much water as we'll want. And then we're just going to turn it back on and just let it blend for a little while. If you don't have a blend tech or a Vitamix, you can still try this in a regular blender. It might you might need a little bit more water, and so it might not set up as thick as it will in this. You could also try it in a food processor. So just experiment and see. You can still make it taste good. It just might not have the consistency of kind of a cream cheese is what we're going for. So go ahead and just turn it back on. Let it just keep going for a little bit. Okay, you see how thick that is?
Mm-hmm.
Let them see. It's very thick. So it'll set up actually once it's in the fridge, even more so. So it'll actually kind of be like cutting into a cream cheese. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to add some things to it to give it flavor. Now this is a great base, your cashews like this, to do a lot of different things. You can do kind of a whipping cream by adding sweet stuff to it. So you could add honey and some vanilla and maybe a little bit of coconut oil, and it'll whip up into a really nice thick cream like this you can use for desserts. And so yeah, we're just going to do the cheese, and you can do all different flavors of cheese too. So let's pour this into a bowl. Okay, nice and thick. Good. Okay, and so now we're gonna have you put in 2 tablespoons of the nutritional yeast.
Whoops. You're really not supposed to do that.
Yes, don't do that at home.
Don't do that at home.
The nutritional yeast, again, it's an inactive yeast, so if you have a problem with yeast, then this isn't something that will cause a reaction. It's an inactive yeast, and it has kind of a cheesy flavor to it. Okay, so the nutritional yeast is really fun to use in cheeses and stuff like that. So now we're going to put the juice of half of a lemon. can actually use
seeds.
Yeah, try not to get the seeds in.
Use this.
You just push it in the middle. Okay, and then we're gonna put 2 teaspoons of onion powder. And powdered onion is got a pretty strong flavor, but it's going to be a little bit different than using fresh onion. It's really good in stuff like this, dip and cheese and stuff like that. Okay, and then put just a dash of salt.
Just want me to sprinkle some?
One of my favorite combinations is garlic and rosemary. So let's put in a couple tablespoons of rosemary.
Tablespoons?
Yeah. And then we'll taste it. And if you want to add a little garlic flavor to it, then we'll do that too. And this is just dried rosemary. Or if you have fresh in your garden, that's even better. Okay, and then we're just going to mix it up. And grab a fork, might actually work better. It smells good. Smell the onion powder.
It smells really good.
Okay. Yeah, a bit more salt. Maybe even some more lemon.
Want to do more lemon?
Or do you want to add some garlic?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to add some garlic.
Not too much though.
Yeah, just a little bit up on the top shelf.
So you just put it in here?
Uh-huh. Squeeze. Just scrape it off with a knife at the bottom here.
Then you put more in?
Mix it up and see if you want more.
Yeah, because
experimenting in the kitchen is a lot about just tasting everything. So, you know, you can follow a basic recipe, but then taste it, and you might like to add something. Okay, so what do you think of that?
that was good, but
I'm still thinking a little more lemon. Let's add another lemon. Okay.
I like it.
Like it now? Okay, good. So we ended up adding an extra half of a lemon and a clove of garlic, and now it's just right.
Yay.
Okay, so this is the cheese. Just put it in a nice bowl, and then when you put this in the fridge, it's gonna set up even more. So one way you can eat this, you can just dip carrots or celery or whatever in it, but I really like to use a yam as kind of a chip. So this is just a regular yam. I just peeled it and just cut it into little slices. And you don't even have to do anything with it. Just cut them into slices and then put a little bit on top. And you'll be surprised at how nice it is, and it's a nice crispy little chip. So, cheers. Okay.